Hello, this is Leslie Walker-Hirsch for Glass Alliance, New Mexico. And it is just a great pleasure today to be talking with Harry Miller. Harry is the Glass Alliance, New Mexico co-president, along with Tom as sharing the duties. And I want to tell you a little bit about Harry before we get to talk. Harry is the president, but also a wonderful collector of glass art. Harry, before he moved to Santa Fe, he was in the finance industry, helping other people to make their finances work for them. And then he was fortunate enough to meet the lovely Susan Hancock and marry her 30 years ago. And then they had the good luck of moving to Santa Fe some 7 years ago. So, Harry, I'm so happy to speak with you today. How are you?
Just fine, and thanks for having me, Leslie.
Well, it's great to see you. So, before we find out more about your glass collection, can you tell a little bit about Glass Alliance New Mexico for the watchers who aren't that familiar with it?
I'll be glad to. We're a group of fun, interesting artists, galleries, collectors, and others who have a passion for the glass arts. GANM is a regional chapter of the Art Alliance for Contemporary Glass, and together we are dedicated to the development and appreciation of studio glass.
Well, that's quite a mouthful. And so, are you also saying we have a good time and we like each other too?
Certainly we do.
So, how did you come to be involved with Glass Alliance New Mexico? After all, you've only been here for 7 years.
Well, the founder of Glass Alliance New Mexico was Betsy Ehrenberg, who also founded the Northern California chapter of AACG. Susan and I got to know Betsy and her husband Richard through attending various events around Santa Fe, including many glass programs. We were always interested in the arts, but glass was a minor part of our small collection, and Betsy's enthusiasm about glass was contagious, to put it mildly. When we moved here permanently, we were asked to join the Glass Alliance board.
Well, you were lucky, and so was our board, and so were all the glass artists in New Mexico and around the world. So, how has Glass Alliance New Mexico enhanced your appreciation for glass art?
Well, our exposure to a wide variety of glass art and artists cemented our interest in our passion. In fact, while our art collection is still small, it is increasingly dominated by glass. The color, clarity, variety of styles all enhance our space and make us comfortable, happy, and able to share our passion with others.
So, Harry, I know why you joined Glass Alliance, and I know what it's done for you, but why do you think it's important for other artists and gallerists and collectors to be a part of this terrific organization?
Well, Glass Alliance's primary goals are to connect, educate, and promote. Connecting and supporting glass art, the glass arts community, for it to become a larger part of the art world, educating, including scholarship for glass artists. So through intermingling of artists, galleries, and collectors, we enhance and support each other. And promoting this passion includes the community at large.
And doesn't it so ever? And of course, New Mexico is such a positive state for production of beautiful glass art. The light just enhances the light qualities that glass has, even without great light. But in Santa Fe, it's even better.
Indeed.
Now, I asked Harry to select a piece from his works of glass to show and talk about today. What did you pick out, Harry?
We've known Charlie Miner over at Tasuki Glassworks for over 15 years now. Our initial pieces were smaller. They're known as ancient vessels. And over a course of 6 or 7 years, we collected quite a number, but never of real size and consequence.
So, can we see that piece, Harry?
When the passion finally took over, and excuse the shaky phone because I'm holding this, when our
A little
passion finally
more.
took over, and after viewing many, many choices, we committed to a larger piece called Bosita Paya, Paila, and I'm undoubtedly making mincemeat of that pronunciation.
It's
Okay,
a beauty.
go ahead.
It's a beautiful piece. Now, where are you? Come back to us now that we've seen that piece.
Okay.
And so when you committed to Charlie to have a new piece, did you commission that?
We did indeed.
Wow.
It was more logical to commission a piece because it gave flexibility to Charlie to do what he wanted to do while obtaining a piece that we liked. The general size was up to us, but Charlie had the creativity, so the subject, shape, style, colors were his. We've never done anything like this before, and Charlie has done many, so his guidance was really key. 6 months after we commissioned the piece, we were happened to be back in Santa Fe, and that just happened to be the time that our piece was being taken out of the kiln. 40 pounds of glass takes a while to cool down, as you can imagine. So it took that length of time. I even have pictures of Susan helping to divest the plaster from our piece. Susan, therefore, became an integral part of the creation. Talk about buying into a piece of art. That was our choice.
So now let's get back to Glass Alliance New Mexico and your role there as president. What kind of events does Glass Alliance New Mexico like to hold to keep members engaged in what's hot in glass? Oh, and I
Good.
forgot to mention that Harry also puts together all of the information for the dramatic and beautiful and informative Glass Alliance newsletter.
Thank you for loading that one up on me. Uh, Before giving some thoughts, though, I want to note that things that I'm going to be talking about in a moment are all in the newsletter of which this uh, video is attached. So look there for some details. We have a special guest coming on November 16th, Chris Taylor, who is the new executive director of the famous Pilchuck Glass Art School in Seattle. He'll be visiting us and giving us an overview of what is going on from his perspective. Since our founding in 2006, and thanks to our very own maestro man, Jerry Silverstein, we have sponsored over 100 glass art maestros, local, national, and international artists to join us in Santa Fe and give demonstrations and or presentations about their art. Our next maestro is Michael Makula on December 7th. The next day, we are then holding a book auction fundraiser, December 8th, that is, at a fabulous local home filled with glass art. Then, in collaboration with the New Mexico Women in the Arts and Blue Rain Gallery, we're holding an event at Blue Rain on January 23rd, 2020. This discussion will feature several well-known women glass artists as they modestly brag and exchange enlightening conversation with our moderator, the one and only Judy Tuwalat-Stiwa. We also have a member party, usually in June. Uh, it's been a hit. We've now had two or three. Thank you to Leslie and Bennett for hosting the event in their beautiful home. Other events that periodically occur include studio and collector home visits. As Leslie pointed out, our newsletter is issued every other month with email blasts in between to keep members informed on upcoming activities. Our calendar for 2020 is already very full, and that is on top of all the many gallery openings and other special events that can just pop up, as they often do in this wonderful town. Of special note, we're coming upon the holidays. Most galleries have fun activities planned, and you can look at our calendar for several of those.
All around glass, and I know that being a member of Glass Alliance has enhanced your appreciation of glass. How has that happened?
It's been expanding our overall interest in the arts in general and what they mean to our community, especially here in the relatively small town of Santa Fe. Many may not realize that with over 250 art galleries in this town, we're the third largest art market in the United States. That's pretty amazing to think about, considering who our competition might be, like New York and Los Angeles, Chicago, etc. This also includes job creation and community impact, which is substantial for Santa Fe. Susan and I also attend with people like Bennett and Leslie often A variety of events in town, meeting new people and reaching out to others to join in and share our passion for the arts in general and especially glass.
Some of my best friends are glass collectors and glass artists. It's just quite the hot thing, and I do mean that right out of the kiln, very hot.
Yeah.
So, Harry, if somebody who's watching this who gets our newsletter but isn't a member of Glass Alliance, how would they go about becoming members and joining the Jolly Bunch here?
Well, the easiest way is to go to www.glassnm.org. That's the easiest way. That's our website, and it has a specific area for membership, joining, and donations. For further information, you can also contact membership@glassnm.org. Leslie is our membership chairman. That would go directly to her. Or you can contact newsletter@glassnm.org, which is my site, as my role in the newsletter editor, which Leslie just alluded to. Besides the website, our newsletter and email blast keep members informed, like we've said before, of all the activities that are coming up.
Well, thank you for all of that information, and thank you for plugging all of our new programs coming up and all of the members of Glass Alliance that contribute to making this a wonderful work of art in itself. So, Harry, thanks so much. I'll see you at the next board meeting.
So long, seeing you at upcoming events. Thank you to everyone and enjoy.
Bye bye.
Bye.